So why should there be an issue with a banner that says, I love Muhammad, peace be upon him? Why should Haryana Minister Anil Vij fear a toolkit to create unrest in India? And at the same time, the bulldozers that are out in Uttar Pradesh, in Bareilly, demolishing illegal construction, several people have been taken into custody, not just in Uttar Pradesh, but even in Maharashtra and other parts of the country. What does this all point to? Joining me on India First is Anila Singh, spokesperson for the BJP. Zeenat Shaukat Ali is founder director general of the World Institute of Islamic Studies for Dialogue. Vikram Singh is former DGP of Uttar Pradesh and someone who understands this and has been tracking this very closely. Abdul Razak Khan is a political analyst and a member of the Karnataka State Waqf Board. Welcome to all my guests. Anila Singh, where is the problem, they ask, and many have asked, with saying, I love Muhammad, peace be upon him? Why this tension in Uttar Pradesh, madam?
My Ramaram to all. Today it is I love Muhammad. Tomorrow it will be Islamic Life Matters. It is a toolkit which is operating in India, Bharat. And since Uttar Pradesh is a state with the people, 25 crores of people living here, and I think they tried to stage the drama to create a ruckus in Uttar Pradesh. And now they have started in other states as well. So that a message, there's a chain behind this toolkit. That today they are going to take out the procession saying, I love Muhammad, which is a very emotional statement. And everybody says that what is wrong in that? It is not against the constitution. Of course, it is not against the constitution. But try to think that what is behind it. Suddenly, why these processions? Why so much of ruckus and chaos? The people who are carrying banner poster of I love Muhammad, why they are carrying arms with them, petrol pumps, lathi, danda, why? Stones, why?
Okay, let me bring in Abdul Razak Khan into this conversation. Sir, respond to Anila Singh of the BJP saying there's a toolkit to fuel unrest. Of course, there's nothing wrong and no problem in saying, I love Muhammad, peace be upon him. But it's the petrol bombs, the lathis and dandas, assembly without permission and stone pelting at security forces is the problem.
Gaurav, Muslim gets too emotional when it comes to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. India saw a mosque, being destroyed. No foreign country interfered. India saw 2002 Godhra riots where Muslims were mob lynched and burnt alive. No foreign country interfered. But when a BJP spokesperson made fun of Prophet Muhammad, you did see what exactly happened. There were around 38 to 42 countries which registered their protest against India. Today, what I'm saying is when it comes to Prophet Muhammad, we are a little emotional. It was the fault of the UP administration, the station house officer of Rawatpur Gaon police station. I did happen to speak to him a week ago and I asked him as to why cases were not booked against the people who actually brought down the I Love Muhammad poster. But Muslims were booked in the initially when the Muslims wanted to place that I Love Muhammad poster, it was objected by the Hindu side, stating that this was not a tradition, it is a new tradition being started. Now, who are these people to decide what is the tradition in the celebration of our Prophet's birthday? Now, because of that, Muslims were initially booked. This was selective targeting of the Muslim community in Uttar Pradesh. This was closely orchestrated when issues went up to other districts. When the issues went up to other districts, the police could have controlled. What was the intelligence doing? And look at the way a sitting chief minister, elected chief minister, coming out in Bollywood style like Amrish Puri, Pran and Prem Chopra stating that हम तुम्हें वो सजा देंगे तुम्हारी पीढ़ियां याद रखेंगी. Despite Supreme Court's orders, you are trying to bring down properties without any notices, nothing at all. Bulldozers, this is very clear.
There are two very pertinent points that you've made, sir. Let's get a response to both, though I must clarify, the DCP in Kanpur has issued a statement. Nobody has been arrested for a banner or a poster.
Definitely
and that clarification... we are putting out on TV because they said there will be arrests for fueling unrest or misinformation. However, Dr. Vikram Singh, as former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, explained the apprehension that Anil Vij in Haryana says there is a toolkit to create unrest in the country. The police and the administration, in you know, the way you heard Mr. Abdul Razak Khan, they are being accused of high-handedness, as is the Chief Minister, where he says that perhaps like a villain in a Hindi movie, he says, "Aisi punishment denge, your future generations will remember."
Good evening, Gaurav ji and ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that it is a well-orchestrated, insidious toolkit and a roadmap. And the first step to create something that is innocuous, I love Muhammad. I'm saying I love Muhammad, I love Muhammad. There's nothing wrong in that. But if I were to take the same poster and paste it at places where people have objection and strongest exception to that, then I'm committing a crime. To Mr. Abdul Razak Khan, every police station in the country has a register known as a festival register, Tewhar register. Every procession is regulated, the timing and the numbers, and you cannot deviate from them, take a permission. If you're taking that, by all means, the police will escort you to a destination. If you do not, you are quoting the recipe of disaster and breaking the rule of law. And then to say, 22 police personnel are seriously injured and battling for their life. And I would compliment the Bareilly police for being extremely humane and tolerant and zapt, because they did not retaliate. They did not even use rubber bullets or solid bullets. And they ended up in containing the situation just by a mild lathi charge. And to say that the Chief Minister was using unacceptable, intemperate language, what did you expect? Did you say that I'll take an Aarti ka thal and garland you? This is not going to happen. Villains will be villains without malice towards none. But firmness in the rule of law. If anybody transgresses the rule of law, let it be very clear, Hindus or Muslims or any community, there will be consequences and deterrent consequences. Are we living in a fool's paradise to imagine that there can be exception for any community? There will be no exceptions, and that is what the Constitution says. Therefore, what Umar Abdullah says and AIMIM says, that we are only targeting a community. We are not. We are targeting, when I say we, the police is targeting only those who break the rule of law. And let it be very clear, those days are over when there were exceptions made for certain people. Today, those days are over, and if the Chief Minister makes it clear, it may be unpleasant to some, but it is music to some people's ears.
Sir, let me also bring in Zinat Shaukat Ali into this conversation, because this isn't restricted just to a locality in Bareilly or another locality in Kanpur. It's now spreading to, for example, Ahilyanagar in Maharashtra. From Gujarat to Uttarakhand, there are reports that are very worrisome. In your view, ma'am, and you've heard 3 voices so far, does this appear to be an orchestrated attempt to foment trouble in India?
Thank you for inviting me to the show, Gaurav. And I think I fall in line with, what our, police chief has just said, that, the rule of law must be obeyed at all time. Very frankly, when I heard about this happening, I thought this is a very needless controversy, because, one says, I love Muhammad, may peace be upon him, or I love Ram, or I love, Ma Durga, or I love, Jesus. These are very natural things. And I don't think they're against the rule of law. They're just an expression of what comes out. Yes, but provocation and violence and, what you call creating chaos, breaking rules, taking out processions without the police, there is a rule that you have to follow, that when you want a procession, there has to be police permission taken. So if you are taking out a procession, and what I would like to say, to my community is that, yes, I love Muhammad. I'm a Muslim and I also love Muhammad. May peace be upon him, Prophet Muhammad. But he lives in my heart. He lives in my heart. Must I be so vociferous and, try to show it to the world? I don't understand what that would imply. And to sort of to come out in the open and, to invite provocation from other people and a reaction. So I think, you see, that we have to learn to follow what the Prophet Muhammad has said, that when there is any kind of a facade, when there is a chaos, you are the people who must stop it. It is better than your prayers, to create peace.
Instead of fomenting it. That's a very pertinent point you make, ma'am. And let me also bring in Anila Singh back in this conversation, because the question that's being raised, madam, is why bulldozer action if there is a protest in favor of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? Activists say there will never be a bulldozer if somebody says, I love Bhagwan Mahadev, for example, or I love Guru Gobind Singh Ji, or Bhagwan Gautam Buddha, or Bhagwan Mahavir in Bharat, there'll never be any protest or bulldozer action. Why just if somebody, says, I love Muhammad, PBUH?
Gaurav, allow me 15 seconds. Firstly, I want to prove my point. When I said that a toolkit is being operated here, and I heard Mr. Khan, and Mr. Khan, he gave us such a moron comparison. He compared UP Chief Minister with a villain, movie villain. This shows his hatred towards Bhagwa Sanatani. But allow me. If when I say that a toolkit is being operated, just see how the chain forms. A procession, a ruckus, police takes action, then police is portrayed as an operation tool, media covers it, social media covers it, then the small clips are made, international media covers it, then Bharat is being portrayed that the present government in Bharat is targeting minority population living in this country, whole internationally, all anti-Modi forces, they get charged up. Then this issue comes in the UN, and we see it very well in UNGA that how Turkish people, how Turkish representative, he talked about Bharat. An apt answer was given by the Foreign Minister of India, Mr. S. Jaishankar. Why? Because they know it very well that India might get a permanent seat there. So whole of the world wants to prove that government under Modi ji is targeting
So you're saying
minority. This is the game behind
this
it.
is a
And when you
spark.
say, allow me, allow me.
Okay.
When you say that why Yogi ji has taken any action against them, why Yogi ji has used such hard words, now you understand that this is not national game, it is international game. Yogi Adityanath ji had to use the hard words, and the action which has been taken by the Bareilly municipal council. What is wrong in that? If somebody has encroached their land, they have got all the rights to get it empty. Why?
Okay.
Why this
Abdul Raza
question?
Khan, a poster or a banner did not lead to the FIR. The UP police has clarified that. The FIR was filed subsequently for the subsequent action that took place. And there's a statement that's been issued out, and we've put that out in public domain. It's the violation of the Bharat Nagrik Nyay Sanhita that prevents assembly of people unless cleared by the police. So Dinesh Tripathi, DCP in that area in Kanpur, has clarified that. Bulldozer action, as Anila Singh says, is for illegal construction and wrongful occupation of government property. Clearly, a banner or a poster cannot be put to defend illegal occupation of government land.
Gauravji, it is very clear if this action is being taken today, what was the government doing for the previous 2 terms that were, approximately around 9 years? What were they doing? Now in about 1.5 years, they have their election. Now these are all the
Constantly
preparations for
actions are
that.
being taken.
This,
You don't know
madam,
anything
please.
about Uttar Pradesh. That is why you're
Ma'am,
making
just kindly let him complete his point.
I respect you. Please.
Go on, sir.
I did have a word with KK Mishra, the station house officer. I tried to reach out to Dinesh Tripathi, but he did not pick up my calls. Gaurav, let me be very clear. The incident happened on September 4th. The FIR was registered on September 9th. There was a 5-day delay. Initially, both the groups fought together. Both. One was the Ram Navami procession, one was the Eid Milad procession. So both of them objected. The police out there stopped use of loudspeakers for the celebrations of Ram Navami. So these people also protested. There was no case, no FIR, no nothing. After 5 days, I don't know what prompted the police. Suddenly there was an FIR registered against 9 known people and 15 unknown people. This was totally 24 people. And after that, till date, nobody has been arrested. That has been kept open. That they can arrest them anytime they want. This is done with a sinister plan. There is a plan to target Muslims, consolidate votes during this Navratri by giving out speeches like how Mr. Chief Minister spoke against Muslims. He wants to consolidate his vote bank. I am saying it is not wrong to take out a poster of Prophet Muhammad. Who would object it? Why would any Hindu come out and object if a Muslim says, I love Muhammad? Why did the police book them? They did not tear any posters, but it was the Hindu side which tore down the I love Muhammad poster. Why wasn't there a case on the Hindu side? Why isn't there an FIR
But that's
on those
not
Hindus
true.
Who started
Anila
this?
Singh. Anila Singh will respond on facts on the aspect of who the accused in the case are. But Dr. Vikram Singh, from unrest in Uttar Pradesh to Maharashtra to Uttarakhand to apprehension of tension in other parts of the country, is there and you know, in another case, even in sensitive borders towns and cities, there is trouble. Is there a cause for serious concern? Are efforts being made to destabilize our country? You know, one provocative issue, some issue that will get sentiments up, and then a spark neglected burns the house.
This is a cause of serious concern, Gaurav ji. I wish we had more people with sanity and soothing voices like Begum Sahiba, who just mentioned. And indeed, it was something that will go a long way, words not to be absolutely passed to every citizen of the country. Begum Sahiba had what she has said. But to your question, the borders, look at Balrampur, look at Indo-Nepal border, look at Indo-Bangladesh border, look at Indo-Pak border. Everywhere you find the demographic change, and also to play the victim card, play on this toolkit, and also inflame passions. Take whatever opportunity, first break the law. When the police comes down, then you play the victim card. When you play the victim card, you say this is a one-sided action. It is on a toolkit pattern that is, firstly, I said it was typical of UP. Now I say it is typical of India, and I dare say it is typical of the world now. Wherever there's a problem, you first be aggressive, break the law, and then play the victim card. The world has understood the game that people are playing. It is no longer going to work. And I would compliment again with the deepest sense of gratitude to you, Begum Sahiba. The country needs more daughters and thinkers like you.
Zeenat Shaukat Ali, last word to you. When India's neighborhood is burning, often played on the deep state in the West trying to foment trouble in India. We've seen what happened in Bangladesh. We've seen what happened in Nepal. Is there an apprehension that a spark neglected could burn the house even within, especially when very sensitive, provocative issues that are so that surcharge people emotionally, when such issues are brought to the fore, the government says that's a toolkit, or at least government ministers are saying that's a toolkit to create trouble in India?
Absolutely. I think, Pakistan is a totally failed state. It has shown its colors at every stage. It has seen to it that we, Hindus and Muslims in this country do not live in peace. Anything little they spark off, and they create a big circus and a ruckus out of it. And I have absolutely no respect for that country. Please let me be amply clear. So what we have to do, Gaurav, what I'm suggesting, like, our respected
Dr.
Vikram
Vikram
Singh,
Singh, former DGP. Go on,
what he
ma'am.
has said, that
Yes,
the
ma'am.
rule of law, the rule of law must prevail, whether it is a Muslim, a non-Muslim, it doesn't matter. Any citizen of India who violates a law, and that is the criterion. That is the criterion by which we Indians live. And that is a criterion which has to be applicable. So you see, whoever does the wrong act has to be punished, not by pulling down houses and bulldozers. Make a report, look into the matter, take the matter to court. Let us be civilized in the way in which we
Yes.
conduct ourselves. I mean, you know what I mean? Is that
Oh, absolutely. And I will let that be the last word on this part of the show, because since you mentioned the terror state Pakistan, it tethers on the edge. That's the story I'm coming to all my guests. Many thanks for joining me.